Hello, my dears. It's your girl Annie Galite here, and I want to talk about Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith. As we all know, Jada Pinkett Smith recently went on an interview and she was talking about how she and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. Guys, have they ever been married in the first place? Were they ever married? Without further ado, let's dive into the matter. As we all know, anyone who knows Jada Pinkett Smith will know that she has been talking about Tupac for as long as we know her. For as long as she opens her mouth, she talks about Tupac. And it was even revealed on the red table by her daughter that when she was young, she used to watch her mom cry. And at some point, she wrote a letter to Tupac, who was dead at that time, for him to come back and console her mother. That's how much Jada Pinkett Smith fantasizes about Tupac. At this point, it's not just fantasy, it's not just love, it is creepy and cringy, to say the least. As we all know, they were both actors on The Different World, the series The Different World, so they shared this bond. Before they even became actors on that show, they were best of friends. They were really close friends, so they had a connection, they had this bond. But Jada Pinkett Smith misinterpreted this bond because Tupac never ever saw her as someone he could be with in a relationship. He also shared a letter in which he talked about his connection with Jada Pinkett, but it was like some sort of a platonic relationship. It wasn't a relationship of a boyfriend and girlfriend. But we can all see that Jada Pinkett Smith had been fantasizing. She has been thinking about seeing Tupac as a boyfriend, as a potential boyfriend, a potential husband, potential someone that she could be with in a long-term relationship. Okay, granted, they came a long way. Look at them here. They look like they're 18 or 19 or 20 maybe. Like they really look young here, which shows that they have been really good, close friends from time immemorial. Yes, I as well got friends, male friends who were my friends. But at some point I discovered that they didn't see the relationship as just a platonic relationship. They saw it as if I were their girlfriend, because so many things happened in between, and I came to realize that it is so difficult to have a platonic relationship with the opposite sex for a long time. One person obviously will, in the course of the relationship, fall in love, and it might be devastating because the other person who is just there for the sake of the friendship will not in any way, shape or form see it as a relationship of a boyfriend and girlfriend. This year is another one. Even though Tupac had that relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, he was in love with another woman, and the woman is Jada Jones, daughter to Quincy Jones. Yes, she is Quincy Jones's daughter. And Tupac had a letter in which he displayed or he professed his love to her. Let's take a look at the letter. Allegedly, this is a letter from Tupac. I'm not too sure whether this letter was from prison or this is a letter that he wrote to his fiancée. Wife for life. I hope you heard me when I asked you that night to be my wife, not for this year or next, but mine for all your life, like for a lifetime, but mine to accept me when I sin and understand me when I fall, when I fail, not to mention stand in the rain which comes down as hard as hail. I am not the best man. My faults could scare the night, but my heart is always pure to my wife for life. For life. So Jada Pinkett Smith lying that Tupac proposed to her while he was in prison is a huge lie. It's a lie. He was engaged to Kidada Jones before he went to prison. So how could he write a letter like the one I just read and be in love with Kidada, then turn around and propose to Jada Pinkett Smith? Jada Pinkett Smith is a pathological liar. Take a look at this video where she talks about it. Yes, she can talk all she wants about Tupac now because he's not here to defend himself.
A lot of people might not know, but he proposed to you while he was in jail.
I talk about this in the book when I go to see him in Rikers, when I wrote about that in the book and when I had to talk about.
So guys, the video you just watched is Jada Pinkett lying about Tupac. I understand she had a relationship with Tupac, like a platonic relationship. It wasn't a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But she still tries to monetize Tupac. She uses Tupac's name as she wants, as she likes, and she keeps talking about a relationship that never ever existed between she and Tupac. And as you can see on this picture, this is Kidada Jones, and you can see she had a tattoo of her love, Tupac, on her arm. True love and natural beauty, they don't make that anymore. Yeah, like seriously. This is the woman who is supposed to be everywhere talking about her beloved husband Tupac. But no, Jada Pinkett Smith is everywhere talking about a fake and false relationship that never ever happened. At this point, this year is the only woman, plus Keisha, who is Tupac's ex-wife. These are the only two women who can talk about Tupac, who've got exclusive rights to talk about Tupac. Enough is enough with you, Jada Pinkett Smith. No one wants to listen to you. You are lying and you are monetizing Tupac. Every given opportunity you've got, you try to monetize Tupac. You've got nothing. You had nothing to do with Tupac. Tupac is dead and gone. And you moved on to get married to Will Smith. Since you got married to him, you've been fantasizing on Tupac, someone who is dead and gone. That's cringy. It's giving cringy. We don't understand this. Do you understand this? I don't get it. I don't get it. At this point, no one wants to listen to Jada Pinkett Smith. All she has to do is to go away and keep her mouth shut. No one wants to listen to her. Nobody. We've got so much going on in the world now. We are so into crisis. We are in an inflation. Cost of living crisis keeps skyrocketing. Standard of living is so high. Prices are so high. People can't pay their mortgages. People can't put food on their tables. People can't put clothes on their back. And Jada Pinkett Smith thinks that she is so important that people will sit around and just think, okay, what's happening with Jada Pinkett Smith? These are some reactions from fans who are so disgusted and livid about all these disgraceful outings of Jada Pinkett, about her marriage, her husband. So let's take a look at a few. This one, this should be in the last straw. I never liked any of Will's movies. I would tell him to put on juice before we made love. The sound of Tupac's voice helped set the mood. This one, I genuinely feel bad for Tupac's girlfriend. He died in a whole relationship while Jada pretends that they had the greatest love of all time. Meanwhile, the woman he was with says nothing and she was at his bedside when he died. It's so weird. Respectfully, she knew him for 5 months. Jada knew him for 10 years in a whole different capacity and literally was there for his lowest and highest moment. This is why I think people need to respect the deep love that is shared. Platonic friendships. No. Platonic friendship is something else. It's platonic. It's flat as a flat surface. Nothing more, nothing less. No strings attached. If you've got a platonic relationship, that's just a friendship. So if any of you goes into a a serious relationship with another person, you need to respect that person, respect the space. Jada is so wrong on this one.